Have you ever stopped to ask yourself, why do plants produce flowers? Why do some trees burst with colorful blossoms every spring, while others quietly spread green leaves without a single petal? At first glance, a flower may seem like nothing more than decoration, nature's way of making the world a little prettier. But if you look closer, if you step inside the world of flowering plants, you'll realize something extraordinary. Every root, every stem, every leaf, every flower is a survival tool, perfectly designed to keep life going. So, let's begin our journey. Imagine walking into a garden on a warm morning. The air is filled with the sweet scent of jasmine, the buzzing of bees, the soft rustle of leaves. Every plant you see is alive with purpose. That bright yellow sunflower? It is not just standing tall for beauty, it's following the sun, harvesting light to feed itself. The mango tree nearby? Its roots are pulling water from deep underground, carrying it upward like an invisible elevator. The tiny grass beneath your feet? Each blade is a factory, tirelessly producing food. This is the hidden story of plants, their morphology, the way they are built. But don't worry, this isn't going to be a boring lecture filled with long scientific words. Think of it as a colorful adventure, a visual story of survival, strategy, and beauty. Let's start from the bottom, with the part of the plant that you rarely see, the roots. Roots are like the secret underground lifelines of plants. If you've ever seen a tree standing tall during a storm, swaying but never falling, you've witnessed the quiet power of roots. They anchor the plant firmly into the soil, gripping the earth like hands holding on for life. But they do more than that. Roots are also straws, constantly drinking water and minerals from the soil. Some roots, like in carrots or sweet potatoes, act as storage banks, hoarding nutrients for harder days. Others, like the aerial roots of banyan trees, even grow down from the branches to create new supports, almost like building extra legs. Now look upward, and you'll see the stem, the strong, silent pillar of the plant. Stems are highways, carrying water from the roots all the way up to the leaves, and bringing the food made in the leaves down to the rest of the plant. Without stems, plants would be like cities without roads. Think about sugarcane. When you bite into it, you're tasting the sweet juice transported through those tiny plant highways. Or bamboo, standing tall and hollow, strong enough to build houses, all thanks to its stem structure. But the real magic happens in the leaves. If roots are the hands and stems are the roads, leaves are the solar panels of life. Each green leaf you see is actually a mini factory. Its surface is covered with tiny openings called stomata, invisible to the naked eye, that allow gases to move in and out. Inside, cells are packed with chlorophyll, that magical green pigment that captures sunlight and turns it into food. Imagine it, every leaf is working day and night, converting light, water, and air into energy. That's photosynthesis, the process that makes all life on Earth possible. Without it, there would be no food, no oxygen, no life as we know it. And yet, the plant story would not be complete without the most dramatic structure of all, the flower. Flowers are nature's advertisements. They are colorful, fragrant, and designed to grab attention, but not yours. They are signals to pollinators, bees, butterflies, birds, even bats. The bright red of a hibiscus, the deep purple of a violet, the sweet perfume of a rose, all of these are invitations, saying, "Come closer, visit me, and help me reproduce." Flowers may look delicate, but they are weapons of survival, ensuring that plants can make seeds and carry their species into the future. Think of petals as glowing billboards, sepals as protective packaging, stamens as the pollen factories, and the pistil as the seed maker. Each part of the flower has a role, and together they create a masterpiece of engineering. Next time you see a bee dive into a blossom, remember, you're witnessing one of nature's oldest partnerships, a deal struck millions of years ago. The bee gets food. The flower gets a chance to create seeds. So here's the truth, plants don't produce flowers to impress us. They do it to survive. And in their survival, they gift us beauty, food, oxygen, and medicine. Now that we've explored roots, stems, leaves, and flowers, let's continue the journey into the next great chapter of plant life, fruits and seeds. Because the story of a flowering plant doesn't end with a blossom, it only begins there. Think of the flower as a stage play. The bright petals open, the actors, bees, butterflies, birds, arrive, the pollination dance begins. But once that show is over, the spotlight shifts. The petals fall away, the colors fade, and something far more important begins to form, the fruit. A fruit is not just food for us, it is a survival capsule for the plant. Inside every fruit lies the plant's future, seeds that will carry its legacy forward. And the plant has evolved ingenious ways to make sure those seeds spread. Some fruits tempt animals, including us, with sweet, juicy flesh. When we eat a mango, an apple, or a strawberry, we are not just enjoying flavor. We are playing a role in the plant's life cycle, carrying its seeds away from the parent and giving them a chance to grow somewhere new. Other plants package their seeds in tough shells, like nuts, or surround them with wings, like in maple seeds, so they can ride the wind to fresh ground. Some even create burrs that stick to animal fur or our clothing, hitching a ride to wherever we go. Every fruit, every seed, is a masterpiece of design. A coconut can float across the ocean and land on a distant shore, sprouting a new palm tree. A dandelion's fluffy white seeds fly effortlessly on the breeze, turning fields into seas of yellow. A pea pod splits open and catapults its seeds like tiny missiles. Nature has written countless strategies, each one ensuring that life continues. But here's the fascinating part: the shapes and structures of fruits and seeds are not random. They reflect the environments where the plants live. In dry deserts, seeds are small and tough, able to wait patiently for rain. In tropical forests, fruits are often large and brightly colored, attracting monkeys, birds, and other animals that will spread them far and wide. In every corner of the world, plants have adapted their morphology, their structures, to thrive. And this is where the study of plant morphology becomes more than science. It becomes a story of survival, creativity, and resilience. Look at a sunflower. Its massive head is not just beautiful, it is a collection of hundreds of tiny flowers packed together, each one capable of producing a seed. Look at a banana. What we eat is a fruit that has been shaped by humans over thousands of years of cultivation, a story of partnership between plant and people. Look at rice, wheat, and corn. Their seeds are the foundation of civilizations, feeding billions of people every single day. Every meal we eat, every snack we enjoy, every piece of fruit in a basket is a direct result of flowering plants and their unique structures. Without them, human life as we know it would not exist. But flowering plants are not just practical, they are also artists. Think of the tulip fields of the Netherlands, waves of color stretching to the horizon. Think of the cherry blossoms of Japan, delicate pink clouds that transform entire cities into dreamscapes for a few short weeks each spring. Think of the lotus in India, rising pure and untainted from muddy waters, a symbol of spirituality for millions. Around the world, flowers have shaped culture, art, religion, and human imagination. So next time you see a simple daisy by the roadside, pause for a moment. What you're looking at is not just a flower, but a carefully crafted design honed over millions of years. Its petals are shaped to attract, its center holds the secret of reproduction, and soon, if successful, it will become seeds that promise new life. The daisy may look ordinary, but it carries within it the extraordinary story of nature's persistence. And remember, these structures, roots, stems, leaves, flowers, fruits, seeds, are not isolated. They work together as a team. The roots pull in water. The stem delivers it. The leaves turn sunlight into food. The flower attracts partners. The fruit protects the next generation. The seed ensures survival. It is a perfect circle, a dance that has been going on since long before humans appeared on Earth, and it will continue long after us. This is why studying plant morphology is not just about memorizing terms. It's about understanding the strategies of life. Each structure is a chapter in the story of survival. Each flower is a drama unfolding. Each fruit is a future waiting to be planted. Let's step back for a moment and look at the bigger picture. Flowering plants are everywhere, from the tiniest wildflowers growing between cracks in the sidewalk to the towering rainforests that cover our planet. They are so common, so woven into our daily lives, that we sometimes forget how extraordinary they really are. Their morphology, their structures, their forms, are not just random features. They are answers to challenges. They are solutions nature has perfected through millions of years of trial and error. Think about this: without roots, there would be no stability, no access to water. Without stems, there would be no transport system, no way to stand tall and reach for the light. Without leaves, there would be no food, no photosynthesis, no oxygen for us to breathe. Without flowers, there would be no seeds, no fruits, no future generations of plants. And without fruits and seeds, life would not continue. Every single part matters, every structure has a role, every detail is essential. And it is not just plants that depend on these structures. We do too. The oxygen you inhale right now comes from the work of leaves. The bread on your table comes from seeds. The fruit in your hand comes from flowers that turned into nourishment. The coffee you drink each morning starts with beans, which are actually seeds of a flowering plant. Even the clothes you wear may come from cotton, the fibers of a seed coat. Every moment of our lives, in ways we barely notice, flowering plants are shaping our survival. But beyond survival, they also bring us joy, beauty, and meaning. Think of how we celebrate with flowers: roses on Valentine's Day, lilies at weddings, marigolds during festivals. Think of how fruits mark seasons: watermelons in summer, pumpkins in autumn, oranges in winter. These are not just traditions. They are reminders of how deeply flowering plants are tied to our culture, our memories, and our emotions. And there's more. Scientists today are discovering how plant morphology holds secrets for the future. Engineers study the way leaves capture sunlight to design better solar panels. Architects look at the strength of bamboo stems to build sustainable structures. Medical researchers investigate flowers and seeds for compounds that can heal disease. Even technology borrows from plants. Velcro, for example, was inspired by burr seeds sticking to fur. The forms of plants are not just beautiful, they are blueprints for innovation. So, the next time you walk past a flowering plant, stop and really look. Notice the way the roots cling, the stem rises, the leaves spread wide, the petals open, the fruit ripens, the seeds scatter. In that moment, you are seeing the entire story of life unfolding before your eyes. You are witnessing resilience, creativity, and cooperation. You are looking at a design older and wiser than any invention humans have ever made. And here is the final truth: flowering plants don't just survive, they teach us how to live. They remind us that strength begins underground, unseen, like roots. That growth requires connection, like stems linking every part. That energy comes from embracing light, like leaves capturing the sun. That beauty has a purpose, like flowers attracting life. That giving leads to continuation, like fruits feeding animals and spreading seeds. And that legacy matters most, like seeds carrying the promise of tomorrow. So, why do plants produce flowers? Why do they bloom, year after year? The answer is simple and profound: to continue the story of life. And in doing so, they give us food, air, shelter, medicine, and joy. They give us everything. The next time you see a flower, don't just see a decoration. See the miracle of design. See the survival strategy written in every petal and stamen. See the partnership between plant and pollinator, soil and sun, water and wind. See the connection that ties your life to theirs. Because the truth is, every flower is a reminder: we are part of this cycle. We are not separate from nature. We are living within it, supported by it, and responsible for it. So let this be your takeaway: respect the plants around you. Learn from them. Protect them. And remember that in every meal, every breath, every step, the silent work of flowering plants is keeping you alive. And if this journey opened your eyes, if it made you see the world a little differently, then join us for more. Seedling emoji, sparkles emoji. Subscribe to the channel, share this video with your friends, and let's continue exploring the secrets of nature together. Because the story of plants is not over, it's just beginning, and you are a part of it.